solo afternoon USA South basketball for you today. We've got William Peace, your Pacers, coming off of a nice home win yesterday. Welcome on into the Herm here on the small campus of William Peace University in Raleigh, North Carolina. Your Pacers come into this. This is game 4 of their little 5-game home stretch they've got going on. They're on a 5-game win streak, and that 5th game of that streak came yesterday against Pfeiffer, in which Jamisha Sanders was the star of that for your Pacers. She put up a game-high 19 points, and she led the Pacers in scoring. The Pacers won that one convincingly, 75-54. Today, your Pacers are taking on a foe that's not too far away from home, just up the street. They're also from here in Raleigh, the Meredith College Avenging Angels, who is actually in Game 6 of a nice little game, a 6-game road stretch. They are 5-8 overall, 1-3 in USA South play, and 4-5 on the road. They're on a 1-game win streak. They're coming off of a road win, convincingly 71-46 at Salem College. Your Pacers, on the other hand, they're 10-2 overall, 3-0 undefeated in USA South play, and they are 4-1 here at the Herm. And as I already said, they are on a 5-game win streak. Today, your Pacers are going to be rocking some white uniforms with green and gray trim. And on the other side, Meredith will be rocking their black uniforms with white trim. And so the players are gathering around mid-court, and we are going to get this thing tipped off. It's about 4:05, so some good afternoon basketball coming your way. And here we go. Ball is up and into the hands of Meredith. They will get the ball first. Gladwell will pass it over to the right wing. Thompson, bounce pass over to Dawkins. Now over to Perko. Everybody getting a touch in this first possession. A drive inside by Gladwell results in the first strike of the day. So 1 of 1 from the field, and Meredith strikes first, 2-0. Cross over to Parton. Right wing guarded by Dawkins, and now over to Holloway. Holloway in the lineup today for your Pacers. She normally comes off the bench, but she's been playing very well. And now here's Parton on the left wing, over to Holloway. On the right side, takes a jumper, and it rattles in. 1 of 1 is your Pacers from the field. Holloway striking early and evens this thing up at 2 apiece. 9:12 to go in the first quarter. Thompson will cross midcourt, guarded by Cross, and she'll hand it off to Perko, and Perko will cross over. She's guarded by Michaela Ray, and now a drive inside and a dish to Gladwell. Gladwell finds Perko in the left corner, well short, and into the hands of Parton of your Pacers. So here they come. Their last possession, first and only possession of the day, resulted in a bucket. We'll see what they can do here. Here's Sanders, game high 19 points for your Pacers in yesterday's win, and there's a pass off of Eva Holloway, so it's a turnover, first one of the day for the Pacers, and it's going to be Meredith ball. And a pass in. Pacers in an early full court press. Perko will bring this thing up on the right side. And now a handoff to Gladwell. Gladwell guarded by Parton. She'll hand it off to Thompson. Thompson now around the horn, and they'll find Dawkins on the left side. Now back up to Gladwell. She almost lost it, but maintained possession. She gets it over to Shue, and now back around to the left side. A three-pointer, no good. Madison Gladwell on that attempt, and a putback, however, from Shue, I believe, and that's going to be 4-2 Meredith. 8:05 to go in the first quarter. Holloway with it on the left side for your Pacers. Sanders at the top of the key, takes a bold top of the key three. No good. That was her first attempt of the day. And here comes Meredith. Gladwell brings it up, guarded by Parton. Nice pick set from Perko. And now a handoff to Shue. Shue's at the top of the key. A handoff to Thompson. Thompson guarded by Holloway. And now over to the left side, Dawkins. Dawkins back up to Gladwell. Guarded by Parton. 10 on the shot clock now. And a drive inside, picks up the dribble. Gladwell now over to the right side. Thompson shakes Holloway, but long, and that's going to be a blocking foul just ahead of the shot clock. And that foul's going to be on Jamisha Sanders of your Pacers. So first foul of the day for either side, and Michaela Thompson, freshman guard out of Clayton, North Carolina, is going to get the first 2 free throws of the day for either side. First shot rattles in. That gives Meredith a 3-point lead, 5-2 with 7:27 to go. Second free throw no good, and tipped around by both sides, but recovered by Eva Holloway. But a wild bounce pass way too far in front of Jamisha Sanders will result in another turnover for the Pacers. Their second of the day, I believe, and here comes Meredith. Pacers set back up in a full court press. Thompson will bring it up. Looks into the face of Cross, guarding her for the Pacers, and now a pass over to Dawkins. Dawkins over to Gladwell. Gladwell guarded by Parton at the top of the key. Now over to Perko. Perko trying to shake Sanders, picks up her dribble, bounce pass to Gladwell, and tipped away, recovered by Perko, and put in by Perko. 7-2. Pacers trail by 5 with 6:50 to go in the first quarter. Cross will jog this one up for the Pacers. And now a pass to Parton, now inside to Michaela Ray, up and under. Kind of flailed a little bit, but she got the bucket, her first one of the day. She's 1 of 1 from the field. 7-4 Pacers trail by 3. And now a handoff to Gladwell. Gladwell near the midcourt logo. Bounce pass. Gladwell. And now Shue inside. Whistle blown. That'll be a foul. 2 shots coming for Shue. Kimberly Shue, a junior forward from Apex, North Carolina, so she's not too far away from home. First sub of the day will be Zayna Hook, freshman from Durham, North Carolina. She'll come in for Madison Gladwell, and that's the first sub by either side today. First shot good from Shue, 8-4. Meredith leads. We've got 6:18 to go in the first quarter. In the meantime, Sydney Austin checks in place of Jamisha Sanders for your Pacers. That's the first sub of the day for the Pacers. As Cross will bring this one up. Cross, bounce pass to Parton, now over to Holloway. Holloway into Ray. Ray up and under again. And this will be a pass to Parton, and now out to Cross, back beyond the arc, and now into the right corner. Parton well open, and there's the first 3 for Parton, and that'll cut the Meredith lead down to 2, 9-7, with 5:50 remaining in the first quarter here from the Herm. Michaela Thompson, freshman from Clayton, her bounce pass to Shue, almost intercepted by Michaela Ray, and now a 3-point attempt from Dawkins, no good from the left corner. And Sydney Austin will bring it up for the Pacers, tipped out of bounds by Dawkins, and it'll stay here with the Pacers. Pacers are taking it to our left here at the scores table. Meredith will take it to the right when they are on offense, and Cross will receive the pass from Holloway. Just under 5.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Tipped back to Holloway, bounce pass inside to Michaela Ray, up and under, and good. Right under Kate Perko, and good stuff early from Michaela Ray. 5:12 to go in the first quarter, and that'll knot things up at 9. And wild pass almost out of bounds, but saved just before it could go out in front of the stands by Hook. And she'll bounce pass into Perko. Stolen away, bad pass, and whistle blown, and now Sydney Austin will get charged with the foul. And it'll be right back to Meredith as Hook will take this one out of bounds. And now pass up to the top of the key. Thompson dribbles around to the left side, guarded by Cross. She'll pull it out just a bit. 4:51 on the clock. Bounce pass again to Perko. Same result, stolen by Sydney Austin. This time no foul. Coast to coast Cross. Easy layup, and that's the Pacers' first lead since taking the opening tip. They lead at 11-9, 4:35 to go in the first quarter. Hook inside to Perko. Good defense here by Sydney Austin of your Pacers, but not good enough as they'll get the bucket. Kate Perko was a freshman from Fayetteville, North Carolina, standing about 5'11". And that'll knot things at 11 apiece. 4:15 to go on the game clock here in the first quarter. Holloway Looking for options, finds Michaela Ray at the free throw line. She'll dribble up and under. Good inside game early for Michaela Ray. Good stuff, 13-11. Timeout taken by Coach Quick of Meredith College. Your Pacers lead it with 4:01 remaining in the first quarter. Your score, 13-11. You're listening to the Pacers Sports Network. Welcome back to the Pacers Sports Network. Meredith will take possession as we come out of the timeout taken by Meredith. 3:57 on the clock, whistle blown, and now an early travel on Perko. Pacers will take it right back. They lead 13-11. 2 points is the biggest lead they've had all day. They have not exceeded that. And now a pass over to Parton. Parton bounce pass to Holloway, leads her out to the left corner, inside to Michaela Ray. And now she dishes it out to Cross. Cross almost loses it, but recovered by Sydney Austin. She'll go up and under on the right side, and that's a bucket. Sydney Austin, that'll give the Pacers their biggest lead so far, 15-11. 3:33 to go in the first quarter. And now almost a pass too high for Perko, but she recovers it as she is standing about 5'11". And she'll get it to Hook. Hook goes on the right side. Now back to Shu. Shu over around the horn, and that'll find Gladwell in the left corner. Pass up to Hook. 9 on the shot clock. Right wing Dawkins. Dawkins over to Shu. Shu to Hook. Hook. 3 on the shot clock. They're going to need to get something off, and she gets it off in time. It's off the rim and rebounded by Parton for the Pacers. Cross brings it up. She's met by Shu. Now Holloway just inside the arc. Back to Cross. I believe this is a 3. Foot may have been on the line, but it doesn't matter as the shot was no good, but recovered by Sydney Austin and put back in. 17-11. The Pacers lead by 6 with 2:44 to go in the first quarter. A little mid-court press as Dawkins passes mid-court, hands it to Shu, back to Dawkins. Now Dawkins to Gladwell. She'll slow the pace a little bit. Hand back to Hook. Hook over to Shu, and now Shu down to Hook again. Hook comes up on the left side. Tipped away by Cross and out of bounds. That pass intended for Madison Gladwell. Good defense there from Cross. Meredith scoreless in their last minute 37. Khadijah Daniels checks in, and now tipped away from Cross. She'll take it coast to coast, easy layup, and misses the finish. 17-11, so here comes Meredith. And a pass down to Hook, and Hook, pass intended for Shu, stolen by Michaela Ray, and now a wild pass too far down the floor. So a sloppy little sequence there for the Pacers. However, they still lead it 17-11 with 2:05 to go in the first quarter. Michaela Ray charged with the turnover, her first of the day. Michaela Thompson will check in for Dawkins for Meredith, and meanwhile, Pamela Mock will check in for Eva Holloway. Mock goes up for the attempted block and forces the turnover. This is her first minutes of the contest. Kate Perko charged with that turnover, her second of the day. As we are just under 2 minutes, a minute 52 to be exact. Pacers lead it by 6, 17-11. Game moving pretty smoothly so far. Not too many fouls, not too many timeouts. Sydney Austin goes up for the shot, no good, and rebounded by Madison Gladwell. She'll bring it up for Meredith. Gladwell down to the right side. Hook will bring it up. Whistle blown. We'll see what the call is. Offensive foul on Kate Perko. First foul of the day for her. And now Perko will check out, and Dawkins will check in her place. A minute and a half remaining, 17-11. Pacers lead by 6. Cross. Crosses over mid-court. Pass to Daniels. Daniels on the right side. And pass intended for Sydney Austin, stolen by Gladwell. She takes it up. Austin up for the tip. Whistle blown, and we'll see who the foul's on. A minute 12 to go here in the first quarter. And it's going to go here with the Pacers, so not sure what the call was there, but regardless, Pacers have possession with a minute 09 to go. Cross, guarded by Dawkins. Cross finds Mock over on the right side. Mock up to Sydney Austin near the mid-court logo. Cross receives it from Austin, and now down low to Kiera Williams, seeing her first minutes of the day. And she goes up and under. 19-11. She had a pretty good impact off the bench yesterday, and so far, good start today for Kiera Williams. Crossover, shakes cross, up and under, no good for Hook. Kiera Williams follows up a bucket with a nice rebound on the other end. 36 seconds remaining. Mock goes on the right side, up and under layup, and good for Mock. Her first bucket of the day. Pacers lead it by 10, 21-11. Shot clock is off. 25 seconds remaining on the game clock here in the first quarter. Gladwell inside the arc, two-pointer, up, bounces around, no good. Rebounded by Shue. She gets it to Thompson, and Thompson will finish the job. So now that cuts the lead to 8 for the Pacers. 8 seconds remaining. Cross takes her time, picks Sydney Austin. Cross goes inside the arc, two-pointer, good as the clock expires just inside the free throw line. And that will extend the Pacers' lead to 10 points, 23-13. So that's going to wrap up the first quarter here from the Herm. And we will get the second quarter going here in just a couple of minutes. You're listening to the Pacer Sports Network. Welcome back to the Pacer Sports Network. Pacers will have possession to open the second quarter. They lead it by 10, 23-13. Sydney Austin receives a pass from Daniels. Now Mock with it at the top of the key. She's guarded by Dawkins. Handoff to Parton. Parton near the midcourt logo around the Daniels. Daniels dribbles inside the arc. Daniels hands off to Sydney Austin. She almost lost it, recovers it, and drops in a bucket near the free throw line. And that extends that Pacer lead out to 12, 25-13. And weak pass, not sure what the intentions were there. Recovered by Parton, and now a pass meant for Pamela Mock will go off the foot of one of the Meredith defenders. So we'll pause play and allow things to reset for the Pacers. Pass inside to Mock, and now Mock wild pass. And that's going to be a backcourt violation as Daniels touched it beyond midcourt for the Pacers, and that's going to be a turnover. So Meredith is now going to get their first opportunity of the second quarter. A little bit of a sloppy opening there for the Pacers after a great first quarter. Here's Shue up and under, foul call. That's likely on Kiera Williams of your Pacers. And confirmed it is on Kiera Williams. Williams, a freshman from High Point, North Carolina. And now this will be Kimberly Shue at the free throw line. She's a junior from Apex, North Carolina. First shot attempt short. Pacers lead 25-13 with 9:17 on the clock here in the second quarter. Second shot from Shu is good. And that cuts the lead to 11. Pacers up 25-14 with 9:09 to go in the second quarter. Mock up to Daniels. Daniels with a pump fake pass. Now back over to Mock on the right side. And up and under, and it hits the bottom of the backboard and recovered by one of the Meredith defenders. And now down to Dawkins on the left side. Dawkins goes inside. A little lob pass for Shu. Tipped around, recovered by Shu, and up and in on the layup. That cuts the lead to single digits for the Pacers. 25-16 with 8:39 to play in the second quarter. Kiera Williams exactly from the free throw line. And there's a bucket for Williams. 27-16. Pacers have that lead back out to 11 with 8:27 to go in the first half. Madison Gladwell over to Dawkins. The answer for a three, no good. Offensive rebound, Perko, and that's up and in for Perko. And that cuts the lead back to single digits. 27-18, Pacers up with 8:10 to play here in the second quarter. Perko has 6 points after that layup. Parton inside to Sydney Austin. Austin up and under, and there's a good response from Austin. 29-18, Pacers put it back out to 11. Nice little back and forth affair the last minute or two. 7:51 on the clock in the second quarter. Gladwell with it. She'll call for a play. And a pump fake pass. Now bounce pass to Shu. Shu's going to take a two just in front of the three-point line, and good. So another response from Meredith, 29-20. They cut that lead back down to 9 for the Pacers. 7:29 to go in the second quarter. Shu with 9 points after that jumper, and there's another response. Kiera Williams with some points here in the second quarter. Khadijah Daniels on that assist. That's her third assist of the game. And now left wing, Dawkins. Now Dawkins to Hook. Hook hands off to Gladwell. Gladwell calls for a play. Gladwell over to Dawkins. Dawkins guarded by Parton. 10 on the shot clock. And here's Gladwell from the right corner. No good, short. And this one's going to go out of bounds, and Pacers will recover possession as Michaela Ray will check into the game. Yamila Emmanuel will also check into the game for the first time today. 6:53 to go here in the second quarter. Pacers lead 31-20. And cross over to Ray. Ray at the top of the key. Now over to Parton. Parton finds Khadijah Daniels at the top of the key. Almost loses her footing. Michaela Ray wide open mid-range two. Swirls in and good. Michaela Ray has 8 points after that jumper, and that extends the lead to 13 for the Pacers. Biggest lead of the day for them. And now stolen away from Michaela Ray right after a bucket. Michaela Ray goes up the gut and picks up the dribble. Cross, top of the key three-pointer, short. Emmanuel on the offensive rebound. Goes up and under. She gets fouled. Bucket no good, so she's got 2 free throws coming up. And now quick substitution for Meredith as Michaela Thompson will check in for Dawkins as Emmanuel gets ready to take a pair of free throws. First shot attempt is short and off to the left. Pacers come into this game 75.3% shooting team from the charity stripe. As Emmanuel goes through her routine and shoots the second one, and this one rattles in good. And that will push the lead out to 14 now for the Pacers, 34-20. And here comes Shu on the right side, loses control, but it looks like it was tipped out of bounds by either Michaela Ray or Emmanuel down low. So Meredith will maintain possession as Hook takes this one out of bounds and a lob pass into Perko. Perko shoots over Emmanuel, no good. Tipped around, Michaela Ray almost had it. Thought she got fouled, and then Hook puts it in for Meredith. So that'll cut the lead to 12 with 5:51 to go. 34-22 your score. Cross down to the right corner, Parton. Parton up to Daniels. Daniels back to Parton. Parton inside to Michaela Ray. Working on Perko. No good, and Perko tips it to her teammate Hook to bring it back up for Meredith. And now guarded by Daniels. Perko pump fake. Handoff to Gladwell. Gladwell over to Hook. Hook juke to the right. Pass inside to Shue. Whistle blown, and that'll be a foul. And 2 shots coming up for Shue. That foul on Emmanuel, the freshman from New York City. And now a substitution. That was Emmanuel's first foul of the day. Kimberly Shue, junior forward from Apex, North Carolina, will go through her routine and take the first free throw, and good. And that'll cut the Pacer lead to 11 with 5:22 on the clock in the second quarter. Second shot, good for Shue. 2 of 2 from the stripe there. She's got 11 points. As Cross comes up the floor for your Pacers. Lead now 10 for the Pacers. 34-24. Khadijah Daniels, right wing 3, wide open, nails that. And that'll push the lead back out to 13 for the Pacers. 5 minutes exactly to play in the second quarter and the first half. Shue down to Gladwell. Gladwell under to Perko, and no good for Perko. Rebounded and recovered by Michaela Ray. She almost lost her footing, but not before she could get it to Cross. Cross down the floor to Parton. Parton right wing 3, no good, and rebounded by Thompson. Thompson comes up quickly. And now down to Dawkins. Dawkins right wing, pick from Shue. Dawkins to Perko at the top of the key. Perko handoff to Gladwell. Gladwell down to Perko again. And she'll be met by Michaela Ray. Bounce pass to Shue. Little turnaround shot, good over Emmanuel. And that'll cut into the Pacer lead, 37-26. Pacers still have an 11-point lead with 4:17 to play here in the second quarter. Cross calls for a play. Shue has 13 points after that jumper for Meredith. And a response from Cross. So Cross will push the lead back out to 13. 39-26. We've hit the 4-minute mark now in the second quarter. Here's Perko. Good defense from Michaela Ray. Forces a short, missed jumper and recovered by Parton. Parton down the floor to Cross, but too long. As that's happened a couple of times today for the Pacers, where they get a fast break and the long pass down the floor is just too long to handle. And now we're going to have a quick timeout. Timeout called by LaQuanda Quick of Meredith. We're going to take a timeout with 3:50 to go in the second quarter. Your Pacers lead it 39-26. .350 to go here in the second quarter. Welcome back to the Pacers Sports Network. Your Pacers lead it 39-26. They've led it by as many as 14 so far this quarter. And now here's Shue inside the arc. She's guarded by Michaela Ray of your Pacers. Now over to the right wing. Thompson inside Perko. And blocked for Sydney Austin. Sydney Austin recovers it and gets it to Cross quickly, and now Cross will pull up at top of the key. She'll pull back just a little bit, take a glance over at her coach Graham Smith. And Michaela Ray gives it to Sydney Austin near the midcourt logo. Austin, no options for her. She finds Cross at the left side. And now Khadijah Daniels swings it to Eva Holloway. Holloway inside to Austin. Austin tries to go up and under Perko. And that's going to be some type of turnover on Sydney Austin, so Meredith will take possession. with 3:07 to go here in the second quarter. The foul being the first of the day for Sydney Austin. And now here's Thompson, guarded by Khadijah Daniels, pick from Shu. Perko pump fake just inside the arc. Gladwell over to Dawkins. Dawkins pump fake back to Gladwell. Gladwell with a pump fake. Perko pretty wide open inside the arc, but no good, and rebounded by Cross of your Pacers. Holloway down low, and easy layup for Holloway, as that will push the lead out to 41-26. Meredith scoreless in their last minute 42, and 1 of 5. One of their last 5 from the field. Dawkins, Gladwell now near the midcourt logo, calls for a play. Back over to Dawkins on the left side. Dawkins dribbles inside the arc. Perko now at the top of the key. Perko, pump fake, guarded by Austin. 5 on the shot clock. Thompson, floater way too strong, almost rebounded by Shu, but into the hands of Daniels. Down to Holloway again, and missed both attempts as Holloway missed and Sydney Austin missed the follow-up. And now out of bounds, that's off Eva Holloway. And Meredith will maintain possession as Hook will check in for Dawkins with 1:51 to play here in the second quarter. Pacers lead by 15. And pass into Gladwell. Gladwell is a senior, standing 5'5" from Clayton, North Carolina. She takes a contested 3 and no good, but rebounded by Hook, fresh off the bench, into Gladwell, who misses the second attempt. Michaela Ray on the rebound. She comes up, met by Gladwell. She goes inside on Gladwell, and Michaela Ray, strong take and strong finish, will push that lead out to 43-26. Gladwell inside the arc, pass intended for Perko, and stolen by Sydney Austin, but yet another turnover for the Pacers, and yet another fast break where the pass down the floor just too long and out of bounds. And Dawkins checks in for Gladwell now for Meredith. 1:09 to go in the first half. Dawkins will head and take the ball from the official and will pass it into Hook. Pacers in a full court press. Dawkins with it, now over to Hook. They cross the midcourt logo. Hook guarded by Holloway, now over to Thompson on the right wing. Thompson dribbles it up near the midcourt logo. 52 seconds to go. Shot clock at 10. And no good on the pass. Almost stolen away by Cross, and then Michaela Ray comes up with it down the court to Austin. Euro step, pass across and finish. Timeout Meredith, 45-26. Pacers lead it by 19 with 38.1 seconds remaining when we come back right here on the Pacers Sports Network. Welcome back to the Pacers Sports Network. 38.1 seconds to go here in the second quarter. From the Herm, your Pacers lead by 19, 45-26. Meredith with the ball. Shot clock at 24, game clock at 30, and tipped out of bounds. Good defense there from Sydney Austin, as Meredith will stay here on the right side of us at the scorers table. 29.5 on the clock. Thompson dribbles around on the left lane, goes up on Khadijah Daniels, and bank is open for Thompson. 45-28. Pacers lead by 17. Shot clock is off. 15 seconds on the game clock. Cross taking her time. She'll take a glance up at the clock. Daniels hands off to Sydney Austin. Austin to Holloway. 7 seconds. Michaela Ray goes in on Perko. Wild shot, no good for Ray. Perko recovers, and shot clock will expire as Thompson was not even able to get a shot off as Ray stole it right back. So that's going to do it for us here from the Herm in the first half. Your Pacers lead at 45-28 over Meredith College. We'll be back here shortly to start the second half right here on the Pacer Sports Network. All right, welcome back to the Pacer Sports Network as we get ready to get this second half underway here from the Herman Athletic Center on the small campus of William Peace University in Raleigh, North Carolina, as Meredith will start off the half with the ball. Your Pacers lead at 45-28. As they had a very convincing first half. They led pretty much the entire way, and there's Michaela Ray to get the tip. Cross, lob pass down to Sanders. Sanders too strong off the rim and rebounded by Ray. And Ray back out to Sanders. Sanders pulls out just a bit. Right wing, now Parton to Cross. And Cross will slow things down a bit. 15 on the shot clock. Cross defended by Shue. And now Parton with it. Parton over to Eva Holloway just inside the line. Deep two, no good. Rebounded by Shue. And here comes Meredith, who started off the half with a turnover. Not a good start for them as the Pacers pretty much dominated the first half. And this will be Dawkins. Dawkins to Shue to Perko, and Perko will convert the bucket. 45-30, lead at 15 for the Pacers with 8:53 on the game clock in the third quarter. Cross walks it over to the right side. Parton inside to Ray. Ray up and under Perko. And Ray continues her dominance inside today. She's got 12 points and she leads the Pacers. She's 6 of 9 from the field. Not to mention 4 rebounds to her credit as well. 47-30, Pacers with that lead back out to 17. 8.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Thompson brings it around, defended by Sanders. Good defense from Sanders. Thompson, and that's going to be a foul on Sanders. Jamisha Sanders, junior forward from West Haven, Connecticut. She stands at about 5'11". Her and Michaela Ray, the top big women for your Pacers, who have really had an effect inside, rebounding and scoring those buckets down low. As this is going to be out of bounds, it's going to come back Pacers direction, 47-30, with 8:16 to go in the third quarter. Sanders not having as much of an impact as she did yesterday, as she has yet to get on the scoreboard. Michaela Ray really dominating that duo inside as the shot was no good, and rebounded by Shue for Meredith. So here comes Meredith. They're going to the left side of us here at the scores table this half. Shot no good from Dawkins. Pacers are taking it to the right of us here at the scores table as we speak. Cross over to Sanders. Her opportunity to get on the board, no good from 3. Right corner attempt, no good for Sanders. Rebounded and taken back by Meredith. This will be Gladwell to bring it up, defended by Parton. 7.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Not a lot of scoring by either side so far in the first 3 minutes of the half, as that bucket no good for Meredith. And now a foul that's going to be on Gladwell as Parton went up for it. And Parton will get a few free throw attempts for the Pacers, an attempt to put that lead out to 18 and 19. Pacers entered the contest at 75.3% from the line. Parton attempting to add to that right here as the first shot is up and good. So 48-30 the score, Pacers up by 18. Parton, a sophomore from Raleigh, North Carolina, so right at home here for Parton as she nails the second shot. So Pacers do in fact lead by 19, 49-30. As the Pacers are in a nice mid-court trap defense. Eva Holloway guarding Thompson. Thompson on the left side, shakes Holloway. Michaela Ray comes up to defend. Pass to Perko. Perko looking for options. She finds Gladwell. Gladwell drives inside, up and over Michaela Ray. Foul called, and that's going to be likely on Michaela Ray. 2 shots coming for Gladwell. Gladwell, senior from Clayton, North Carolina, standing about 5'5". Gladwell with only 2 points so far today. She's 1 of 8 from the field, 0 of 4 from beyond the arc. And this is her first free throw attempts of the game as she goes through her routine and puts up the first one, and good. That'll give her 3 points. 6:57 to go here in the third quarter. Pacers lead by 18, 49-31. Second shot from Gladwell is off the iron, no good. So only 1 of 2 there for Gladwell. Parton brings it up the right lane, heaves it up, and 1 for Parton. That sends a nice little jolt of energy through this gym, both in the crowd and the Pacers bench, as Parton's going to go to the line to tap on 1 more, potentially, as that extends the Pacer lead to 20 for the first time today, I believe, 51-31. Biggest lead of the game for the Pacers with 6:49 remaining in the third quarter. Crowd still cheering after that nice bucket by Parton. She adds on 1 more from the free throw line. Parton with 8 points, as she is 3 of 3 from the charity stripe. And good defense there by the Pacers, forces a pass down the floor. Gladwell to Perko. Perko up the left lane. And surprisingly not an up and down call, but it doesn't matter because Parton will take it back for the Pacers. Down to the left wing. This is Cross, and she'll bring it up to the midcourt logo, slow things down. Now back to Parton. Parton wide open, left wing. No good, as the hesitation there from the line. But a rebound from Michaela Ray, pass back to Sanders. Sanders hands it to Cross. Cross to Holloway. Holloway goes to the right corner, back to Sanders on the right wing. Now back to the right corner. Cross to Michaela Ray down low. Here's another attempt for Parton. No good, doesn't even draw iron. Michaela Ray almost with the rebound, but taken away by Gladwell. Gladwell brings it up and met by Holloway for your Pacers. Gladwell shakes Holloway. Spin move, shakes her again. Shoe now near the free throw line, back over to Gladwell. Gladwell bounce pass, almost out of bounds, but recovered by Perko. No good for Perko. Is good defense and good block there by Jamisha Sanders. Cross helped as well, as she'll get it over to Michaela Ray. Down low, and offensive foul. Easy call there. Michaela Ray with the charge. Her second turnover of the game, first foul of the game. As Perko will check out, Zayna Hook will check back in, the freshman guard. 5'5" from Durham, North Carolina. Charles E. Jordan High School product there. 5.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 52-31. Your Pacers lead by a game-high 21 points. Meredith struggling to get it past midcourt. Finally does. Thompson hands off to Shue. Shue will slow the pace a little bit as Gladwell comes up to the top of the key to receive the pass. Gladwell to Thompson. Thompson met by Parton. She drives to the right side, and good, as she was able to shake Parton just enough. Cuts that lead to 19, 52-33 the score. Under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Cross goes to the left side. Jamisha Sanders missed the pass, but Parton was there to recover it. Back to Sanders, left side. Goes up, almost loses it, layup good, and Jamisha Sanders finally gets on the board here in the third quarter and pushes that Pacer lead back out to 21 yet again, 54-33. Pass to Thompson. Thompson over to Hook. Hook trying to shake Holloway, met by Sanders, and now back to Thompson. Thompson across court to Gladwell. Three-pointer from the left, no good short. Rebounded by Cross of your Pacers. Cross down to Parton. Parton drives in. Ball tipped away here. Sanders, another three for Sanders. Another bucket for Sanders, her first three of the contest. Back-to-back buckets by Jamisha Sanders as she heats up just enough and at the right time to send a jolt of energy through this gym and to force a timeout by Meredith. Pacers lead it by 24, the most they've led for the entire game. 57-33 with 4:03 remaining in the third quarter. You're listening to the Pacer Sports Network. Pacers on a 5-0 run in the last minute 05 leading up to that timeout by Meredith. Thanks to Jamisha Sanders, who hit back-to-back buckets, a 2, then a 3, and built a nice little spark for the Pacers. Meredith with it now. Shoe, a pivot, and a shot. No good. Rebounded by Kiera Williams, seeing her first minutes of the half. She gives it to Mock, who's seeing her first minutes of the half as well. Daniels with it now. Daniels near the midcourt logo, goes to the left. She was guarded by Hook. Mock pass inside, but tipped right back to her by Dawkins. And now stolen away. Pass down from Thompson to Gladwell. No good. Rebounded by Sanders. A football pass down the floor. Cross. Goes up. Foul. No bucket. As that'll be charged to Shoe. Cross hits the floor hard. Is helped up by her teammate. And she will go to the line. She's got 8 points. No free throw attempts to her credit so far, but she is 4 of 7 from the field and 0 of 2 from beyond the arc. This would potentially give the Pacers a 25 then a 26-point lead. Their biggest of the game right now at 24, as the first free throw wanted to rattle out, but it falls right back in. 3:25 to go in the third quarter. Pure dominance by the Pacers up to this point. Second shot from Cross, no good, so 58-33. Pacers lead by 23. Gladwell brings it up, pulls it out just a little bit. Daniels guarding her. Dawkins down to the right corner. Thompson up to Hook. Hook. Dawkins, 3 from the left wing, rattles out. And rebounded by Jamisha Sanders. 3:05 on the clock in the third quarter. Daniels takes a glance over at Coach Graham Smith in his second season coaching your Lady Pacers. Shot no good from Cross, rebounded by Dawkins, and here comes Meredith trying to get anything they can get, as we are under 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter, and they've got a lot of ground to make up. And that doesn't help, as a pass out of bounds and a turnover will give it to the Pacers. Perko checking in for Kimberly Shoe, as Mock will receive the ball from the official and pass it to Cross to get us going back here in regulation. 2:41 on the clock in regulation in the third quarter. Pacers lead at 58-33, a 23-point lead and the biggest of the game for them. Kiera Williams up and no good. Perko on the rebound. Meredith really only a couple leads by them, and that was only in the opening minutes, as now they turn it over yet again. 14 turnovers now for Meredith. Piece on a 6-0 run in the last 2:49. Meredith scoreless in that 2:49. They're one of their last 9 from the field. Meanwhile, Baker will check in, seeing her first minutes of the half. This is Mock going to the right side. Back to Sydney Austin. Sydney Austin in for the first time this half. Over to Baker, down to Austin. Goes past Austin into Kiera Williams, and Williams up to Austin. Austin with a nice move. Would have been a great finish. Rebounded by Daniels. First shot blocked. She goes up again. Ball tipped around, and Baker comes up with it. Daniels goes back up. And she didn't get a chance to go back up, but she lost possession, but she gets it. 9 on the shot clock. She's got it beyond the arc. Left side, Sydney Austin goes in. Shot too strong. Rebounded by Hook. A lot of missed opportunities on that possession for the Pacers. However, they still lead at 58-33 with a minute 26 on the clock in the third quarter. Swinging it around, good ball movement, Meredith. Left corner, Thompson. Lob pass inside, Perko, and Daniels knocks it out of bounds. Good defense from Daniels. Meredith will maintain possession. Minute 18 to go in the third quarter. A pass in from Hook to Perko. Perko working on Kiera Williams, and bucket good for Perko. Perko, a freshman out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. She's got 10 points, and that was the first assist of the day from Hook. Baker dribbles it around, hands it to Daniels for your Pacers, and now Sydney Austin with it at the top of the key, guarded by Gladwell. Pass to Daniels, juke to the right, up the left lane to Sydney Austin. Good move from Austin, but she can't finish, too strong. Rebounded by Perko and given to Hook. Hook bringing it up for Meredith. 45 seconds remaining. Gladwell to Hook. Hook working on Baker. Good move from Hook. but nothing there as Kiera Williams was there with the double team. Hook with it at the top of the key. 14 on the shot clock, 33 on the game clock. Bucket good from Perko. She's got 12 points. She's second in scoring for Meredith, only behind Shu, who has 13. Perko has 12. Leading scorers for Meredith as Daniels will allow the clock to melt a little bit. Shot clock is down, 13 on the game clock here in the third quarter. Daniels still with it. Kiera Williams there with the pick. Daniels goes around it. Daniels drives on the right lane, and a hack from Hook. That's going to be a foul. Daniels will go to the line for a couple of free throws as we only have 4.1 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And now Shu will check back in for Meredith in place of in place of Thompson. Daniels, only 3 points to her credit today. However, 4 rebounds and 4 assists. And now this is her first attempts from the line. And first one good, so 59-37. Pacers up 22. Their biggest lead of the day is 23. Second free throw from Daniels, good, and that'll put the lead back out to 23. 60-37, 4.1 seconds. Hook receives it, 2 on the clock. Shot off in time, but well short and out of bounds. So 60-37, Pacers in complete control here at the Herm. They've been so in pretty much the whole game. We'll be back in just a minute or two, and we'll get the fourth quarter, and we'll wrap this thing up here from Raleigh, North Carolina. You're listening to the Pacers Sports Network. Welcome back to the Pacers Sports Network. Fourth quarter officially underway as Baker will bring this thing up and around. Pacers lead at 60-37. They're up by 23. That's the most they've led by all day. Daniels shot blocked. Good block there from Dawkins, and so Meredith will bring it up for the first time in the fourth quarter. And there's a whistle. That'll be a foul on Baker, and so Meredith will stay with it. And they'll take this out of bounds as Dawkins is already over there in front of the crowd to do so. Meredith struggling to score here lately, really struggling from beyond the arc as that layup from Gladwell's good. Meredith has yet to hit a three-pointer today. They're 0 of their last 8 and 3 of their last 4 from the field. As Mock brings this thing around, Daniels down low to Kiera Williams. Williams goes up over Perko, but no good, too strong off the backboard. Gladwell brings it up and gets it to Dawkins. Dawkins, there's a 3, no good. Kiera Williams tips it around and recovers it and gets it to Baker. Baker brings it up. Pacers 1 of their last 10 from the field, make that 11 after a miss from Sydney Austin right there. Pacers having some trouble scoring as well. As Gladwell brings this up, she's guarded by Daniels. Good defense here from Daniels. Forces a pass down to Hook. Hook in the right corner, now up to Dawkins. Missed the last shot she took and makes that one just inside the arc as it rattles around and in. 60-41 your score. Pacers up 19. They've led by as many as 23. Baker, Daniels now. Sydney Austin at the top of the key. Kiera Williams working on Perko. Too strong yet again. And Gladwell brings this up. Stolen away by Mock. Mock pass to Baker. Baker up and in. as it was pretty much Mock and Baker against Gladwell there, and it results in a 2. So 21-point lead now by the Pacers. They lead it with just under 8 minutes to play in this one, and Perko responds. 19-point lead now by the Pacers, 62-43, 7:48 to go. Daniels walks it up slowly. She goes to the left lane, little juke step, passes it to Baker. Baker, Sydney Austin, top of the key three, no good, and rebounded by Perko. Perko to Gladwell. Perko with 9 rebounds, she leads. Excuse me, that was her 10th rebound. She leads Meredith in rebounding. And there's a bucket from Shu, as she's got 15 points after that layup. And a timeout now for the Pacers. 62-45 your score. Pacers lead this one with 7:24 remaining. .7:24 to go here in the fourth quarter, 62-45. Pacers lead this one. They've led pretty much the entire way. Dominant performance by your Pacers today as Baker brings it up. Emmanuel and Moore, as well as Sanders, will check in for Williams, Austin, and Mock for your Pacers. Moore gives it to Daniels. Moore seeing her first minutes of the contest. And that's going to be a foul on Kimberly Shu. No free throws, though, as they're just going to take this one out of bounds. Baker into Sanders. Sanders drives on Shu, up and under, and good for Sanders. Sanders with a slow start, but she's been really good this half. 3 of 7 from the field, 3 rebounds to her credit. In only 12 minutes of play for Sanders. A lob pass down to Perko. She's met by Emmanuel. Goes up, and no good. Rebounded by Sanders. And gives it to Baker. Baker down to Moore. Moore, left wing 3. Too strong. That would have been her first bucket of the day. She's only been in for about a minute or so. Thompson goes in on Daniels. Goes up for the floater. No good. Perko saves it. Gets it to Gladwell. Gladwell up. No good. Emmanuel on the rebound. 6:14 to go in the fourth quarter. Baker will bring this up and give it to Daniels. Daniels met by Thompson. Inside to Sanders. Sanders working on Shu, and good. Sanders starting to heat up a little bit. 9 points. 4 of 8 from the field. 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal for Sanders. Thompson to Hook, and Hook attempted it for Shu and tipped out of bounds. Either by Sanders or Emmanuel, but it's going to stay here with Meredith. Dawkins will check in for Gladwell for Meredith. Meredith, 1 of their last 4 from the field. Up and in for Shu, so make it 2 of their last 5 from the field. Pacers lead this one 66-47, 19-point lead. Baker receives the pass from Daniels. Here's Moore, top of the key. Emmanuel, left side. Now into Sanders, just inside. Moore drives in on the right side. Out to Baker. Good defense here from Meredith. Here's Moore. 6 on the shot clock. She's going to go up on the left side, and too strong on the layup. And almost rebounded by Emmanuel, but recovered by Hook of Meredith, and so they'll bring it up. Here's Shu just in front of the free throw line, and no good. Rebounded by Moore. Jesse Moore will bring this thing up for the Pacers and give it to Daniels. Daniels on the left side, 4:57 remaining in this one. 18 on the shot clock. Baker over to Emmanuel. Good ball movement here by the Pacers. Moore with it. Top of the key. Daniels now left side over to Baker. Sanders. Here's a left wing three. She's been hot lately, and she continues that. Three-pointer from Sanders. She's got 12. Sanders, 5 of her last 6 she's made from the field. 4.5 remaining as Pacers lead by 22. And now here's a Meredith turnover. Pacers get it right back. Few subs coming in. Jolie Cabe checking in for the first time today in place of Khadijah Daniels. And Gladwell checks back in place of Thompson for Meredith. And Baker around the horn to Emmanuel on the right side. Pass into Sanders. Sanders inside. Baker from the top of the key. Three-pointer no good. And rebounded. Meredith will bring this back up. Hook with it. She crosses midcourt, guarded by Baker. Hook. Still waiting to make a move on Baker. Almost loses it. Almost stolen by Baker, but gets it to Gladwell. Gladwell over to Perko. Lob pass down low to Shue. In and out, no good. Sanders with the rebound. Sanders with her 6th rebound of the day. And careless pass intended for Baker, stolen by Hook. Here comes Baker though. Missed layup, but put back attempt good for Kimberly Shue. Shue's got 19 points. She leads all the Meredith scores today, 69-49, 20-point lead for the Pacers with 3:20 to go, and there's a kick ball out of bounds, so it'll stay here with the Pacers as we'll have another Pacer substitution. Shelby Wolf, sophomore out of Cherokee, North Carolina, and Cherokee High School, checking in for Baker for the first time today. Pacers lead by 20. Pacers average about 74.2 points per game, and they're getting pretty close to that as they are at 69 with 3:15 to go. So here's Emmanuel working down low on Perko, and she gets the bucket, 71-49. Pacers lead by 22. 3:02 to go. Hook brings it up, crosses midcourt. Wolf to defend her at the top of the key. Now Gladwell. Right wing three, good. Nothing but net. And that's a 19-point lead now for the Pacers, 71-52, as they will bring this one down the stretch. Here's Moore at the top of the key. Stolen away from Hook. And Moore and Wolf in pursuit, but faked away and in for Hook. 71-54, your score, 2.5 left in this one from the Herm. Pass over to Wolf. Wolf near the top of the key, now to Emmanuel. Emmanuel inside to Sanders. 2 from Sanders, good. Sanders with 14 points. Emmanuel on the assist, and Sanders has hit 6 of her 7 attempts from the field today. Slow start for Sanders, but man, did she really pick it up. And 2:01 to go. Bucket good there for Gladwell. She's got 10 points. Pass inside to Emmanuel. Emmanuel, no good on the layup. Wolf with the rebound and put back, but no good. As Perko hit the floor. And it'll be Meredith ball. As Stephanie Chandler checks in for the first time today in place of Jamisha Sanders, who, man, what... that's just pure mental toughness when you start slow like that and then just pick it up and you end up going 5 of 6 from the field. Great day for Sanders. She's likely done for the day with 14 points, 6 of 10 from the field, and 5 rebounds. As the three-pointer there, good for Dawkins. 73-59, your score with a minute and a half remaining. Emmanuel down low. Pass to Wolf. Wolf drives inside on Hook and rattles around and out. Wolf gets the putback attempt. Good hustle there for Wolf. Her teammates definitely like that on the bench. And Madison Gladwell charged with the foul. Her second of the contest, a minute 18 remaining. And now Wolf will have an opportunity to get her first points of the day, as she has only been in for about the last 2 minutes of this one. First free throw no good for Wolf. Second attempt coming up. And good for Wolf. Meredith brings it up. Zayna Hook will bring it up for Meredith. 1:12 to go. Pacers lead by 15. Deep three blocked by Moore, but a putback attempt good for Perko. She's got 13 rebounds today and 16 points. Second in scoring, only behind Shu, who has 19 for Meredith, as Moore down to Wolf on the left corner, and a travel on Wolf. 50.3 to go. We're under the minute mark. 15-point lead for the Pacers. They've led by as many as 23. And they will take this one home as Hook brings it up for Meredith. Game 4 of a 5-game home stretch for the Pacers. This would extend their winning streak to 6 and would improve their record to 5-1 here at the Herm. And 4-0 undefeated in USA South Conference play. Great start so far for your Lady Pacers this year. Gladwell from the left corner, air ball no good, recovered by Moore. And it's coming back to Meredith, however, as Moore loses it. This being the final game of a 6-game home stretch for Meredith, as they will take it back home after this. Layup in for Shu. Meredith will proceed to a 1-4 USA South record after today's loss. 21 seconds until that happens in regulation. Pacers lead 74-63. Pass into Emmanuel. Now up to the top of the key and dribbled around for Cabe. Cabe guarded by Gladwell. Now over to Chandler. Chandler will hold it. And Hook attempted to come and steal it away. Wolf, three-pointer from the left corner, no good. Perko with the rebound. And there's the buzzer. And that's going to do it for here at the Herm. Your Pacers win this one by 11, 74-63. They'll improve to 11-2 overall, 4-0 undefeated in USA South Conference play, 5-1 here at the Herm, and they now have a 6-game winning streak as they have one more game of 5 here at home. That's going to do it for us here at the Herm. We hope you enjoyed your time on the Pacer Sports Network.